Shalom Akim, all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah Ba'Shem, Makak Dash, and double honors to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone, and salute to you, sincere Akim out there of the hopeful elect. All right, and in spite of all of this madness that I see on the internet, on YouTube, social media, all right, about gangs, gang violence, it's all in the news, going on in New York, LA, Chicago, Miami, all different cities all over America. Okay, and with these celebrities, you got what's been a trend on social media now is Tekashi 6ix9ine and Whack 100 and Jim Jones, and a couple of these celebrities that embrace gang culture and snitching, whether it's okay to snitch, who can snitch, civilians, are they accepted for being rats, or people who are gang members, are they banned from snitching, and this, that, and the third, No, and when you see it, when you check out some of these videos, there's a big debate on it, who's an official gangster, differentiating from gangsters from rap artists and all of that. It just shows you that it's pure madness and stupidity, man. But this is our people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is what you embrace. These are the people that you look up to. Also, you have quote unquote OGs that are now coming home after doing long stretches in prison. Talking about they giving back to the community. They want to school the youth on deterring them from following their footsteps. All right. And these people are lost as hell. They, after all that time they've done in prison, they still don't know who the hell they are, man. And this gang culture goes from passed down from generation to generation. All right. You have the OGs, the young G's, or YGs, or BGs as they call them. It's pure madness, man. This is the reason why the Lord is going to destroy 2/3 of our people. Okay. 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, you have to be destroyed, man, because you're plain and simply put, you're a bunch of idiots, man. All right, and I'm gonna bring out a scripture. One of the first scriptures I'm gonna bring out is Proverbs chapter 1 verse 20, or what is it, 22. Bear with me. This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. It reads, "How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?" All right? Yeah, because our people are simple-minded, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, running around 50, 60 years old, still calling yourselves a blood or a crip. All right? Like you got the guy Mob James, who used to be down with Death Row. He's a Mob Pyru gang member, gang affiliate. Whether he's not banging anymore, but he still nevertheless represents the Bloods or the Pyrus, okay? Which is simplicity. Still wears all red. These people are basically jackasses, man. Idiots. They're simple-minded. And the Lord said, "How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?" Okay? So our people are simple-minded, man. 60, 50 years old, still running around wearing a flag, still running around promoting a certain color that they only wear, still representing the hood, so to speak, still throwing it up for the set, okay? That's simplicity, man. That is fucking simplicity and madness. And the Lord said, "How long will you idiots love it, man?" For how long are you going to still be running around promoting gangsterism and niggerdom? All right? Proverbs 1 and 22, "How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?" Okay? Running around still calling yourself a blood, still calling yourself a crip. all right, a GD or BD or Vice Lord. You know, some of you Latino brothers is still La Emme, all right, ms-13, Latin Kings and all that madness, man. You know, the Dominicans got the Trinitarios and all this stupid shit, man. You know, being that it's passed on from generation to generation, the youth, they don't have a goddamn chance, man. You know, and like I stated earlier, you got these OGs that done did these long stretches in jail. They come home trying to kick a positive message, but they nevertheless still flashy. You know, they still wearing expensive clothes, got a European car in the background, still wearing sticking to a color code. But meanwhile, you're deterring your message is to deter the youth from following gang culture and the criminal element of being hustlers and drug dealers and such. All right. But meanwhile, you look in the eyes of the youth, you look like a drug dealer. In the eyes of the youth, you look like a gangbanger. Okay? You know, so basically the message that you're trying to tell these kids is basically being overshadowed by your appearance. So our people are still simple, man. They're simple-minded, you know, and that's because they can't break out of that mentality. In all reality, they can't come into this truth. And the Lord has rejected 2/3 of you niggas from being in this truth, which leads to deliverance and salvation, because the Lord doesn't want 2/3 of Israel, man. All right, you know, here it is, you're blood, crip, GD and Vice Lord and all this shit, but you don't know after all of those years being a gang member ain't get you nothing but dead or in jail, and you still haven't woken up to the fact that you're an Israelite, your true nationality. You don't promote being an Israelite, okay? So the Lord said, how long you simple ones will you love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. All right, there, because you sitting there, you old OGs talking like you got this wisdom and you got this great knowledge, and you know, you still got a proud mentality. All right, you know, you stood 10 toes down on your feet like a man. You never snitched. All right, and that's the shit that you promote to the youth. You know, which people should take responsibility for their own actions. All right, but the things that you promoting to the youth is never snitch, you know, never go against gang protocol, you know, all kind of BS. You know, these are the rules of the street, of the criminal underworld, which the whole criminal underworld is all corrupt. All right, this is the knowledge though. It's all street knowledge that you niggas, you OG niggas are giving to the youth. You don't have the true knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, all right, which is the proper understanding and breakdown of the scriptures, which consists of true history. All right, true history, laws, statutes, and commandments. Because you gangs, you got your own little code of conduct that you have that you expect each other to keep. All right, in which y'all break them anyway. Okay, but the Lord has a rule book and a code of conduct in proper and righteous ways to live. Okay, according to love, loving your own brother, loving the Most High, most importantly, first and foremost, but then loving your own brother as you would love yourself, man. All right, okay, in which you gangbangers don't do that shit, man. You know, you gangbangers don't stick to your own codes, man. All right, okay. You know, and then you wonder why when the so-called white man infiltrates your organization and threatens you with an asshole full of time that you guys wind up telling on each other, man. You guys wind up telling on each other and bringing down your whole gang or your whole set or whatever the case may be. All right, okay, because you have no knowledge. Well, the scriptures have historical knowledge. It has laws, statutes, and commandments, which are most important, that we're supposed to live by and carry out ourselves according to, honoring the Most High and brotherly love amongst each other, okay? And then most importantly, we also have prophecy in the scriptures, man. That's the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. To know what's going to take place in the future. To know what the Lord has outlined for us as a nation, and how the Lord is going to deal with our enemies by enslaving them and making them pay for all of the wrongdoings that they've done to us as a nation. But see, you gang members you don't teach that, because you don't have knowledge, because you're a bunch of fools, as the Bible describes you, okay? Describes you to be. You know, you can wear all your jewelry and have your foreign European cars and shit in your videos, and you know, and have a background full of exotic hoes and what have you, and wearing whatever color code that you represent for your gang and whatnot, all right, and be uplifted with pride. But that don't mean shit, because you don't have the true knowledge, okay? Because everything that you niggas got can be stripped away from you, man. And you OG niggas is supposed to know better, man. You know, you guys who did 20, 30 years in prison, all right? You basically done had it all when you was out there in the streets in the 70s and the 80s, getting money and had women and enjoying the luxuries of life in this wicked world, all right? The so-called white man took it all from you, so you know what it is to lack, okay? But now you come home after doing this long stretch, and when you come home, you know, people look up to you. People look up to you as someone who is someone worthy to be honored, because you didn't snitch, because you didn't rat. People fear you because you killed however many people that you murdered in the neighborhood, you know, and that you made so much money a few decades ago. So people honor you when you're still uplifted with pride, man. Okay? So when you talk to the kids don't want to hear none of that positive shit. All right? Okay? The kids want to hear more about your criminal indulgence that you've done that you've done in your past, man. You know? Those alluring adventures of shootouts and murders and indulging in orgies and parties and all kind of bullshit, man. All right? That's what the kids really want to hear, you know? And that's what the kids really respect you for, all right? But that's the reason why the next generation, the youth, they don't have a chance in making it, man, lest they are elected by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, those who are drawn unto this word, man, okay? All right, this is the book of Exodus, chapter 23, verse 2. It says, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. That's right, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. So any of these young kids out there that are interested in becoming gang members, want to get jumped in. You know, you even got young ladies now, man, that are getting sexed into a gang, you know, having sex with multiple partners to be down with a gang because it's trendy. Because, you know, these rappers are wearing bandanas and throwing up gang signs and shit, making it look cool, man. You know, the scriptures say, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Because when you do the history of these gangs, they're all based upon wickedness, man. And evil doings, evil deeds, crime. You know, living by the criminal element, man. Now, in the beginning, when a lot of these gangs were created, it wasn't so, you know, to be going out there doing crimes and shit, you know, because a lot of these most of these gangs basically splintered off from some of these these militant civil rights groups, okay, such as the Black Panthers, such as the Young Lords, all right. You know, the American Indian movement, the Chicanos, and all of them guys, man. You know, a lot of these when those organizations that used to fight to protect the community back in the 60s were basically infiltrated and dismantled by the FBI. You know, a lot of people that got caught up in those organizations, such as the Black Panther Party, wound up getting locked up, you know, as what they call political prisoners, okay? And a lot of them wound up dying, man. All right, so leaving the next generation to follow suit, to formulate gangs. All right, the Crips and the Bloods, okay, in which some of these gangs actually formulated from another gang getting too powerful and overwhelming their communities, man. All right, like in Los Angeles, for instance, the Crip gang spread like wildfire out there, man, throughout the communities in Los Angeles, okay, wherein you had some neighborhood cliques and neighborhood crews that had to ally themselves to go to fight against the Crips, or to protect their communities from the Crips. Okay, so the whole point of the matter, this gang culture shit has been doomed from its very conception, man. Because like I said, the leaders of the civil rights movement, as far as the Black Panther Party, the Black Liberation Army, and all of them civil rights militant groups out there being infiltrated and dismantled by the FBI, took away the leadership of you Jakes out there, man. All right, and left these little splinter groups to basically be ran or reared up by young kids with no guidance, man. Your Stanley Tookie Williams, your Raymond Washingtons. Them guys were high school kids, man, that formulated these big gangs that you see that's big in gang culture today. Okay? Even though it was supposed to be birthed from something, it was formulated with the intent to be positive, but it winded up becoming corrupt. It winded up becoming corrupt because there was no true guidance in it, man. And ultimately, the Lord wasn't with none of that gang shit, man. Okay, and in 2021, you young kids, you youth out there, you know what these gangs are about, man. And I know that for a fact, because when I was a little kid, man, growing up in the 80s, I knew about the Bloods and the Crips being called gangs. I knew that shit was they were a criminal organization. Okay, so I'm gonna read this again. Exodus chapter 23 verse 2. It says, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil." Okay, and that's what happens when you go ahead and join a gang. All right, when you join a gang, what do these gang members do? They extort their own people. They sell drugs in their communities. They murder their own people. Okay, they prostitute their women. The list goes on and on, man. The list goes on and on. The corrupt, wicked shit that they do, man. You got them ms-13 members and Mexican mafia members that's running around extorting their own people, man. Their own people of Mexican descent and Central American descent that's trying to set up legitimate businesses in this society, man. And that's evil if you want to do that to your own people, man. So the Lord said, "Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil." All right? And that's Exodus chapter 23, verse 2. And I have a few scriptures lined up, and I'm just going to read through them. This is Isaiah chapter 51, verse 20. It says, "Thy sons have fainted, they lie at the head of all the streets." All right? And that's talking about the nation of Israel, in which that consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You have fainted, man. Okay? Meaning what? You're in a state of depression. You're being oppressed. All right? You lack leadership. Okay? You lack a foundation. All right? So you basically are walking around lost for the most part. It says, "Thy sons have fainted, they lie at the head of all the streets." And you always see that in every ghetto, every community where Jake dwell at. There's always a group of little bad hooligans up to no good, man, on the corners of the streets, in front of the bodega, in front of the 7-Eleven market, in front of the grocery store, in front of the liquor store, always standing right at the corner, doing all up to no good, peddling their little drugs, smoking their marijuana, their Buddha, rolling dice, you know, shooting craps or shooting CeeLo or some crazy shit. Just up to no good, man. It says as a wild bull in a net. And best believe if it's 6 of them guys out there, 1 or 2 of them motherfuckers is strapped. All right, 1 or 2 of them guys got a gun on them, waiting for some shit to pop off, man. You know, waiting for an excuse to lay one of their brothers down, man. All right. It says they are full of the fury of the Lord, the rebuke of the Most High. And that's what's wrong with our people, man. Our people are all messed up. All of that negative energy they have is aimed and geared towards each other, and not at their true enemy, which is the so-called white man, the nation of Edom, that has you jakes in the predicament that you're in today, man. All right. This is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 22. It says, for my people is foolish. Who is the Lord's people? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who make up the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. And you a bunch of fools, man. All the way going back to your fathers, all right? And all the way to this new generation today, man. They're all foolish, man. All right? They're all foolish. Wanting to be gangbangers, wanting to be, and that, all that gang culture is all intertwined into entertainment, man. You know, you have NFL players, NBA players, Major League Baseball players that are all affiliated with gangs, man, with the gang culture. You have people in the military, all right, that are actually gangbangers, man. People on the police force. Back when Death Row was the biggest record label, Suge Knight, who was the CEO of Death Row Records, he had police who were blood gang members on his payroll. All right. So, I mean, you know, our people, they're just all fucked up. They're foolish, man. They're foolish because they're infatuated with wickedness and evilness, man. All right. It says, for my people are foolish. They have not known me. And they don't know the Most High. Okay. They don't know the true power of Yahweh and his son, Yahweh Shai, man. You know, a lot of you Latinos out there, man. All right. Still honoring and praising the so-called white Jesus, man. Okay. And you believe in that, man. Even not just the Latin tribes, but you jakes too, man. Y'all still wear them goddamn chains, them fucking fake gold chains with the big Caesar Borgia head on it, man. All right, and y'all will pick it up, kiss it, and raise it to the sky, and like you people don't know the Most High, man. You don't know the Most High. You'll sit there and do all of this killing, robbing, stealing, and wickedness, and turn around and believe that Jesus is all love, as you call him Jesus, okay? Because you don't know him. You don't know the true attributes of the Lord, all right? The Lord's name is Yahweh Shai, and the scriptures tell you that he's a man of war, okay? All right? He's not that forgiving power that you think he is, man, that you've been taught from them pastors in them churches, man, all right? It says they have not known me. They are sottish children, meaning stupid, man. And our people are stupid. You know, our people are stupid. When you 50, 60 years old, running around with your pants hanging off your ass with a goddamn red and blue bandana hanging out your back pocket, you look like a goddamn moron. You will never get the respect of the so-called white man or any of your enemies, man, for that matter. Okay? You're stupid, man. It reads on to say, and they have none understanding. They don't have any understanding. They don't have any understanding whatsoever. All right? The only thing they know that they understand is the criminal element, in which they've learned that from their oppressors, the so-called white man. All right? It says they are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. And Jake is wise to do evil, man. All right? Back during the 80s when crack first hit the ghettos and shit, you had a lot of the Dominicans, gang members used to come over here and set up crack operations like it was a Fortune 500 company, man. You know? Like it was a Fortune 500 company, man. The same way these business owners, these white boys that have legitimate businesses, all right? Dominican coke dealers used to set up their crack operations in the same format because they were wise to do evil. Our people are wise to do evil, not just the Dominicans, the Jamaicans, all right? You even had Jake from the tribe of Judah, black people, you know, these big crack cocaine operations, man. You know, and every time when one of these big drug lords get locked up, You always have the FBI agent in these documentaries, the FBI agent that arrested him. They always say, I have to give him one thing. He even though he did a lot even though he put a lot of poison in the community and is responsible for killing so many people, I do have to give him one thing. He was a very smart and intelligent person, man. Had he not been abducted into the drug criminal life, he could have been a owner of a Wall stock trading firm or some shit like that. Our people are wise to do evil, like the Lord said, man. It reads on to say, but to do good, they have no knowledge. That's right. But to do good, our people have no knowledge. Okay? Because they don't know who they are. They don't know their asshole from their elbow. All right? They don't know that they're the Israelites. They don't know that the so-called white man is of the nation of Edom. All right? And is the devil and Satan that the Bible speaks of. Okay? They don't know they don't know the color and true attributes of the Heavenly Father and His Son. They don't know the Lord's statutes and commandments of the Heavenly Father. They don't know the history of our people, man. That one time, as recorded in the scriptures, we were kings and rulers over the other nations, man. And why we fell off in the bad predicament that we're in today. They don't have the knowledge to do good, man. Okay? That's why they break the Lord's statutes and commandments every day, man. Every day. They're worshiping idols. They're promoting this evil, wicked gang madness, man. They're uplifted with pride. They don't know anything about humility, man. The first thing you need to do, you think after the white man done gave you 30 fucking years in the state penitentiary and gave you a chance to go back into society, you think the first thing you would do is be fucking humble, man. Would be humble. Okay? Be humble. Not jump to get a YouTube platform and kick all kind of bullshit to the youth. All right? So to do good, they have no knowledge, man. Like the scriptures say. All right? This is Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 14. It says, they have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none goeth to the battle. That's right. And we blown the trumpet, man. The brothers at Great Millstone, the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, the nation of Israel, the Hebrew Israelites. We blown the trumpet, meaning what? We taught out of the Bible. And we're still teaching out of the Bible, man. All right? To make ready or prepare you for the coming of the Lord, man. Okay? For the coming of the Lord and preparing you to go to war with your enemies, man. And who's your enemy? The so-called white man, the nation of Edom. All right? But it says, but none goeth to the battle. That's right. Our people, they don't take heed to the sayings of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's why when the so-called white man starts to roll on their ass, starts stripping away your rights, all of your Bill of Rights, your amendment rights that you niggas think you have, when the so-called white man starts chipping away at them, okay, and start locking your asses up and mandating this and mandating that on you and forcing you to do shit to bend to his will, you ain't gonna be prepared, man. You ain't gonna be prepared. A lot of you gonna wind up dying in a famine. A lot of you gonna wind up dying in concentration camps, and a lot of you just gonna wind up getting put to death, man, in the race wars, okay? It reads on to say, for my wrath is upon all the multitude thereof. The sword is without, and the pestilence and the famine within. So the Lord is going to bring the sword, the pestilence, and the famine. That diabetes and different levels of cancer and AIDS and all that shit that you jakes got. Sickle cell and all that crazy shit because you have your effed up diet, not knowing the Lord's dietary law, his statutes and commandments. Okay? That's going to lead to you niggas downfall, man. All right? It says, he that is in the field shall die with the sword, and he that is in the city, famine and pestilence shall devour him. Yeah, all you niggas want to do is just go ahead and be gangbangers, man. Listen to Jim Jones and Tekashi and Whack 100 and all them goddamn clowns promoting that gang culture bullshit. 50 Cent and all them niggas, man. All right? It says, but they that escape of them shall escape, and shall be on the mountains like the doves of the valley, all of them mourning, every one for his iniquity. All hands shall be feeble, and all knees shall be weak as water. Yeah, that includes all you goddamn tough guys, you swole gang member niggas, man, running around wearing your bandanas. The Lord is gonna bring the bitch out of all of you niggas, man, at the end of the day, okay? All right, and the reason being because you don't acknowledge the Most High. You don't know the Most High. The Lord ain't dealing with you niggas, man. All right. So the Lord is going to do a purge on Israel. It reads on to say, they shall also gird themselves with sackcloth and horror. And horror shall cover them, and shame shall be upon all faces, and baldness upon all their heads. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Yeah, all of that. Selling drugs for them Federal Reserve notes, and killing your brothers, taking money to do a hit on another Jake for silver, gold, which basically represents money. Okay, you know, all of that shit ain't gonna mean nothing in a little while, man. Once the economy of this society collapses, man. But you jakes can't even see that coming, man. And we've been teaching that for years through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. All right. It says, their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord. Yeah, that's right. Because when the Lord comes back, the Lord is coming back to destroy America. All right. And you ain't going to be able to buy your way into them chariots, man. You ain't going to be able to buy your way into salvation. It says, they shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. Yeah, that's right. Because the scriptures tell you, for the love of money is the root of all evil. And a lot of you niggas sell drugs for your gain, right? A lot of you niggas sell drugs to do what? To impress these women. You had a gang, I believe it was the Gangster Disciples that was founded by Larry Hoover, if I'm not mistaken. But he had a tax day. So you had niggas out there selling drugs to support Larry Hoover, man. All right, all the gangster disciples in Chicago, they used to sell drugs or whatever, would get taxed, and that money would go to Larry Hoover. I don't know if it went to his commissary or money on his books or whatever the fuck, because that guy he's locked up beneath the jail right now, man. Okay, all right, and then you got people sitting there talking about free Larry Hoover, free this guy, free the OG, and all of this shit, man. Fuck them niggas, man. That's why the Most High got them where they at. And guess what? A nigga like that, he's ultimately going to die in that goddamn prison, man, because America's going to be destroyed, man. Okay? I'm going to jump down to verse 23. It says, make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence. And that's what's happening, man. The land is full of bloody crimes, and the city is full of violence. Anytime I turn on the news, it's a gang shootout somewhere, man. Gang shootout in the Bronx. Gang shootout in Brooklyn. Gang shootout in the south side of Chicago. Gang shootout on the west side of Chicago. Gang shooting in South Central LA. Gang shooting in Compton. You know, wherever Jake dwells at, man, it's just nothing but goddamn bloody crimes and violence, man. You know, innocent bystander getting shot. Some old lady getting shot, paralyzed, and crippled, man. Some little kid jumping double dutch in the yard, wound up getting shot and killed, man. That's all you hear. And the Lord said, make a chain, for the land is full of bloody crimes and the city is full of violence. But this is what gang culture promotes, all right? This is what gang culture promotes. Snoop Dogg, okay? The dog pound, all right? The game, okay? These guys promote all of that gangster and glorify that gangster bullshit, man. That influences these little kids to want to kill their own people, man. Sell poison and kill their own goddamn people. Okay? So it reads on to say, wherefore I will bring the worst of the heathen. Who's the worst of the heathen? The so-called white man, the nation of Edom. And they shall possess their houses. I will also make the pomp of the strong to cease, and their holy places shall be defiled. All right? This is going back to when our nation was taken down. Okay? Back to when our nation was taken down. Because at one time, like I stated, we used to rule, man. We had rule over the nations, man. All right. But it reads on. But this is going to take place again once the so-called white man starts to roll on Jake, man, and make life more harder and more miserable for you niggas, man. Okay. A lot of you tripping because you about to get kicked out of your goddamn apartments and what have you. You know, a lot of you finding it difficult to get a job. A lot of you are on on welfare. A lot of you are on food pantry lines. Well, guess what? The so-called white man, the Lord is going to have it where the so-called white man is going to make life even more miserable for you simple niggas, man. Because the cost of living is definitely going to shoot through the motherfucking roof, man, real soon. Okay? All right? And then a lot of things are going to be mandated and forced upon you, man. All right? It reads on to say, destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Yeah, you're going to seek peace, and there ain't going to be none. You're going, oh, let's have a gang truce. Let's come together. Let's unite the Bloods and the Crips. Let's unite the Latin Kings and the Bloods. And, you know, and bring all the gangs together, and let's seek peace. All right? But it ain't going to be no goddamn peace. Okay? When you niggas backs are against the wall and there ain't no food in your local supermarkets, man, you're going to watch how cold a nigga heart is going to turn, man. Watch how cold a nigga's heart is going to turn. Okay? Coming together and making a peace treaty ain't going to solve that fucking problem. That's the Lord bringing the destruction upon you. But you niggas don't know that though, man. See, your OGs ain't telling you this, man. All right? Because they don't notice this themselves. Okay? It reads on to say, mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall be upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet. And that's when you're going to be looking for us, man. That's when you're going to be looking for the men of wisdom. Okay? The men that have the knowledge and wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. The men who've been out there on the street corners with the Bible, with the garments, all right? The Hebrew Israelites that has been telling you for decades now that America's going to be destroyed. And we the ones who've been telling you that the so-called white man is going to reveal his horns. All right? That's and you seen the signs. We show you the signs all the time when we go out there. So that's when you're going to be looking for us, man. Oh shit, where them guys at, man? Them guys that used to be out there teaching, man. They said this is what was going to happen. All right? Okay? It says, then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the Lord shall perish from the priests and counsel from the ancients. All right? Yeah, your priests, these pastors in the churches, they feeding you a bunch of lies. They ain't gonna have no answers for you. All right? And the counsel from the ancients, some people that you look up to, them, your OGs, your original gangsters and what have you, they ain't gonna be able to tell you nothing, man. You know? They ain't gonna be able to tell you a goddamn thing. Because a lot of them gonna be starving and a lot of them gonna fucking die, man. All right? You know? So, you know, I made this video long enough already, 37 minutes in. And you basically, brother, should get the point, man. You know, that gang culture and that simple mentality that you niggas have, the Lord is gonna make you pay for that, man. The Lord is gonna make you pay for having a simple mentality like that. All right? Okay? All that gang culture, that gang shit is gonna come to a cease, man. All right? Because the Lord is going to destroy 2/3 of you wicked niggas, and you're going to get right whether you like it or not, whether you want to or not, man. All right? Eventually, you're going to get your act together. The Lord just going to have to kick you in your ass, man. Okay? All right? So you better humble yourselves, man, and take heed to this word, man, and repent. All right? Let the Lord deal with you. So I'm going to end this video on that note. Say Shalom wa barakim to you brothers out there, you sincere brothers out there, the elected brothers. I'll see you in the next video. Shalom.